Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We're on Pachino Farmlands. Today spawning on the right, we've got Kronosaur0s with Afrika Corps, immediately locked into battlefield Espionage. Teaming out with him is Calosius with Wehrmacht, gone for Terror. Kamacura with Brits, unselected currently. And Phan with US forces locked into their new heavy weapons. In this game, 3 of the 4 players use new battle groups. So there we go. So that's why I selected this one in pretty high ranks as well. Let me get the ranks up. Tabbing through here. Kronosaur0s 13, Calosius 9, Phan 47, and Kamacura is 9. So yeah, very high ranks overall. I had been working on a guide for the Terror battle group, and it's a bit over halfway done, but I was like, I'm not going to be able to get this done in time to publish today. So I'll get it cast under my belt. I think after that I'll tackle the general balance changes. So a little skirmish here and there. Early mortar for Kamacura. Oof. Really close fight for the mid. But the scouts get there first. Sandbags interrupted over here. Remember, new change this patch. Can't build sandbags at the same time you're camping. Definitely gonna be painful for Wehrmacht. We've also changed wire so that it's better at wiring off doors. Not entirely what we're seeing there, but may play into it slightly. I wonder if they've changed the sound levels. Feels like the game sounds are a bit quieter than usual, right? Haven't changed anything on my end. Alright, here we go. Big suppression from the MG42. Yeah, I think to get a suppression buff this patch. The best machine gun just got better. Interesting, Calosius, at least as far as we can see on the observer tool, has not gone for camouflage machine guns yet, which do unlock at 0 command points. So we could have gone for them now. They won't work in buildings, but that is interesting. Early healing here for Kronosaur0s. Oh, and look at this. I can collapse this down. Look at that. More space for viewing pleasure. Right now, Axis with a strong hold on the map. Seems like Kronosaur0s has been doing very well on his side of the things. Scouts do take 10 seconds longer to build now. Sure that plays into it. You guys have to let me know what the sound mix is like. Might turn the effects up a bit more. I'm going to try to do it mid-match though. Bit of a brawl here. Not entirely sure that this squad is in cover from this building. I think they might be too close. That one might be. Either way though, you know, with the elevation bonus from those windows there, still a pretty good fight for Kronosaur0s. Getting an accuracy bonus from being up high. We have the mid truck back here providing some reinforcements as well. So this fight is not going very well for Phan. I think he was the lower ranked player, right? He might have been in the 40s. Seems like he is getting himself into some trouble here. The Axis is going to rule the middle of the map. Both the allies got a mortar now. Flamethrower pops there for Calosius. Focusing the building. Squad gets very low but does get away. And we see... Oh, this dude can't describe what that is. I forget what that's called. Like, call the weak... Oh, contempt for the weak. Yeah, that's it. When a unit retreats within 15 range... 18 range? Get a buff for 15, 20 seconds. Capture faster and afraid of fire buff. Not going to be able to do that for many of the other battle group options. Call them out like that. It's just because I've been working on the Terra 1 that I know it better. So we're in for some surprises here, I'm sure. I'll do my best. I know a little bit of the other stuff, but it's part of the fun, isn't it? Okay, so Phan's gone for some kind of weapons here. Kamacura, I think that's the healing when you capture a point, or when you decapture a point. In combat healing when you decapture a point.
A mechanized combat group awaits deployment.
Okay, we've got a Funkwagen for Kronosaur0s. 221 on the field here for Calosius. Some base house fire, I think, from Kamacura. This now comes in faster. And like faster to initiate, and also less of a delay between shells, and much stronger the base artillery for the Brits. And they're popping out here for Kamacura. Okay timing. Not incredible, but Allies have maybe been a bit behind on map control so far, so that might explain it. Couple grenades popping out here. Allies making a bit of a push. Lose control of the building again. Does he take grenades? Phan, he does. Does he not have munitions? He does have munitions. I think he could have got it with a snare there. It wasn't that fast backing away. Don't think it could have driven away before the snare got out, but I'm not sure. It would have been worth trying at least. 221 got dangerously low. It's going to be upgraded with the Panzerbuchse. Okay, support elements coming online. He has gone for... I guess that's the Stugs building.
Proximity alarm near our victory point.
No, it can't be. That's Luftwaffe. Shows the Stugs upgrade though. Alright. Of course it's Luftwaffe, like he made a 221 out of it. Use your brain.
Territory is now in enemy hands.
Okay, first half track coming for Phan. There's a lot of synergy around half tracks in the heavy weapons battle group. You can do all sorts of stuff. You can upgrade them to like a combat half track or something. Put units inside where they can fight out of it. Like 250 for DAC. Oh, transfers Grenadiers out to some Jaegers. And it's going to be a Werble for Calosius. Where's that ability? I'm not that familiar with the icons. Maybe if I remember the name. I think there's one that makes units stronger when they are close to suppressed enemies. So you've got like a squad. Maybe within about 20ish range of a suppressed enemy, they will, something like that, get like accuracy bonus. Ooh, 1919 has been upgraded to the 50 cal down here. This thing's a bit of a beast. You have to pay munitions to get that. 75 mil. Oh, big grenade. Lucky escape there for Kronosaur0s. Very, very lucky. Nope. Pumped the grenade twice. Cancelled it in the end though. Kronosaur0s showing us those high rank tricks. And he's coming in from multiple angles. Gone for 3 P-Greens, which you don't see that often, but if you're going to go for 3 P-Greens, don't forget Espionage, probably the way to go, because we got to salvage those weapons later. Get more LMGs on them, makes them way more powerful. We'll give him a roll down here, have a look at some of these tech options. So he's gone for Officers' quarters on the Luftwaffe, Instant Vet 1 on the Jaegers and the Werbel. 6-man for Kronosaur0s, of course. For IC for Phan. Oh, we can see what they're called down here. That's nice. Contempt for the weak. No, we can't see. We can't see the second unlock. Alright, well that's a polished release. Oh, here we go. Kamakura getting Canadian shocks. These guys, I say kind of similar to just vanilla Gurkhas. And they've got the Piet upgraded, which is pretty similar to a Shrek. More penetration, slower rate of fire.
A victory point is being taken from us.
Rebel
The enemy have claimed our sector.
gets itself into a bit of trouble. Gets away though. Got the gammon bomb on those lads. They are very powerful. Hasn't launched it yet. Could be a situation to just fake it out. Piet can... So we'll throw in another grenadier. The Piet can do damage to infantry. I think at point blank it's 10-15% chance to hit for 80 damage, so can actually get some pretty good hits, and it's also got a little bit of AoE, which you kind of, you know, they kind of have to be stuck on the wrong side of cover for the AoE to kick in much. In that case, they were on the opposite side of the wall, so the scatter wouldn't have really allowed for good AoE hits from the Piet, but it can do something. Okay, we've got a bunch of stuff from Kronosaur0s in a tiny area. Try and make use of some of this camouflage, perhaps, from the Funkwagen. Kind of almost needs out-of-combat repairs. Gonna come up and do some repairs, though, with engineers. He could be repairing up with these P-greens while all this is happening. Haven't mentioned it too much, but the VPs are actually kind of even. The Allies got off to a bit of a rough start, but they've turned things around. The light vehicles have been getting the job done. That first... The start for the Werbel's been quite weak. It feels like it hasn't done much. Let's open the doors for the Allies to come back into this one. And that is a mighty blob, I imagine, with the ambush bonus. Just insta-wipe that scout. 50 back there, that's getting out. Drops the oh man, that blob is just so powerful. Still haven't fixed putting machine guns behind cover. I think even since they worked on machine gun camouflage this patch, they would have made that a bit better, but they did not. I think that's what we saw from the M1919, but at least he manages to hold on to it there, Phan. Some kind of buff kicking in there. What's that? Can we see? Rapid reposition. I don't know what that does, if I'm honest. I haven't really looked at the US battle group too much. It looks like it allows your team weapons to reposition rapidly when they're out of combat. I have to guess. I'll probably read that at some stage, but I forgot what it exactly does. Okay, got a couple Crusaders coming in for Kamakura. I guess Kronosaur0s going for battlefield espionage, you know, maybe expecting to be up against a lot of heavies, trying to counter it, but the incendiary munitions on this did get nerfed. It only does 1.5 HP per second instead of 2. So it's going to be a little bit worse, mainly against the heavies. P3 in the build for Kronosaur0s now. Most tier 4 techs like 10 to 25 fuel later now, so medium tanks, or you know, those premium mediums are going to be arriving later, but there's a Shrek, there's a Faust, Crusader getting way too close. Shrek and Hop pursuit now. Looks like Kamakura is going to be losing this one. Oof, got too close to that Faust. Could come in behind this now. The word was spinning around. There's nothing. Oh, maybe the Panzer is coming up. Go for a bit of a chase, potentially. Doesn't go for that option though. Getting a few nice hits in here. Nebelwerfer now. Calosius has gone for both stages of tech. That means probably stalling up for the King Tiger. Doesn't want to go for tier 4. You don't need to go for tier 4 these days because you can get skirts on these other tanks without tier 4. It's a new side tech from either of these structures, I believe. Helpful for like a Tiger or King Tiger stall. Or, you know, the classic Obiche strats from me. Lots of strugs. Oh, engineers dead down here. See how that happened. I imagine pea green blob maybe. It's rolling up. Will's doing its best. Pops the suppression here.
Enemy forces have captured the victory point.
Well, bending here, Phan. Feels like he needs a little bit more anti-tank. Loses 50 cal. That's a disaster. Kronosaur0s going to steal that. But, you know, he's only got snares on 3 rifle squads. Rifle squads don't have any bars. He's got a huge amount of fuel. This build order from him not working out too well. This is day 1 stuff, though. Doesn't know the timings for the heavy tanks and what he should be doing exactly, but he's hurting. But here we go. Move from Kamakura coming across to assist. Nebel targeting the mortar, decrease it fast. You see the healing there from Kamakura's decapture ability. He's going in for more. This is exactly what the allies needed. Catches Kronosaur0s with no snaring squads nearby himself. Knocks out so many vehicles. And could maybe get the P3 as well. Gonna isolate down the bottom here. Got the AT gun. Oh, what was he doing with the M3? 75mm M3 going down up there. Oh, Crusader misses. The AT gun's back there. He bounces again. Crusader gonna try to disappear. There's a bit of smoke. Might have stopped the AT gun from popping a shot on him, but he's got another Crusader coming in. He bounces though. Oh, but he gets through for the kill. Shrek's coming up. Miss. Oh, the hero. The hero. Crusader gets the job done. Look at that gammon bomb. Huge damage. What the hell was that noise? Oh my god, that was the 50 cal. I think that's the first time I heard it fire. That was some kind of bug. Probably a bad sign for Phan though, if that's the first time I remember hearing his machine gun fire. Maybe that's what he was hoping would deal with these guys, but since they're using camouflage and stuff, he might not have been able to use the MG against them that well. He did go for double scout start though, I think, which is generally a pretty good option to counter battlefield espionage. Here comes another Nebel. Looks like Calosius gonna go for a Stug in the meantime. Nebel's heading over to the MG. It's gonna survive somehow. Snare off. And the Kratschützen gets around behind the shrubbery. No escape though. The blob is too strong. They got the combined arms buff. The extra bit of speed helping them chase around the corner. There's a Shrek. Bit of a couple of new sounds there maybe from this tank firing. And she's still in the same spot for Calosius. Let's have a look what we got here. No quarter. Panzergrenadier off Jericho Trumpet. Whoa, we went for Vet 1 from this to get Vet 1 on the Nebel and the Strug, I guess. Jericho Trumpet.
Panzer 3 on station.
It's like a debuff that makes you move slowly and I can't remember what else it does. Decrease the accuracy or something? I can't remember. There's a lot going on. Another good Nebel, another good Nebel. I guess that's major captain artillery. Base artillery from Kamakura. Shrek's looking for the Crusaders. Don't quite get the shots off. Strug did get some other buff this patch as well. It's better again. Made a better, oh, like a pin buff, that's what it was. It's got a pin buff since it can't flank very well. I think I might have got one other thing. Can't remember. Well, obviously being able to get skirts on at this stage as well, which Calosius has not opted to do. Building another bunker? Where is he building this? Can't see. Quite far back, okay. Okay, Sherman coming out for Phan. By now, maybe we'd see a heavy. Looks like the Crocodile's online for Kamakura. Could do some withdrawing. Withdraw one of these Crusaders and get one. He's actually gone for Grant Unlock instead though. No Croc! It's gonna make me cry. The Croc would be so good against these Shreks.
Panzer 3 is awaiting orders.
But alright. Sherman, here it comes for Phan. Another P3 for Kronosaur0s. Another Strug for Calosius. At this rate, he's not going to be able to afford the King Tiger on a rise. I think it's like 800 manpower? Can't remember. Something like that. Really expensive. This is Phan's artillery. Doesn't hit too much though. What's that called? Black Dragon artillery barrage. Didn't really get to see what it does because it got dodged so easily. Crusaders ducking, weaving. Kronosaur0s those. Tough to crack, and the allies don't really have artillery to like bust up a tight formation. Again, maybe that's where the Crocodile would excel, but Kamakura opting for the Grunt. The Grunt might scale better against King Tiger if that ever arrives. Maybe you could build a 17 pounder to try handle that. They're wiped. Still close, but the Allies slightly behind on VPs. Some mortars popping off both directions. I think we'll close up. The Hellcat coming in. Open up the map now. I think we've generally got an idea of the army compositions at this stage.
We've done what we can.
Flame shot from the mortar there.
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy.
Schützen.
Victory point under enemy control.
Am I blind? Where were those nibble shots going?
Enemy forces have taken our territory.
Over here? I'm blind. I don't know where they were going. I find it really hard through sound to hear where the nibble's firing. It's just a really weird sound effect on it and doesn't seem to have been improved in this patch. Kronosaur0s got a big push coming in here. 50 cal doing its best but overwhelmed. Need some flares up from Kamakura. Maybe those are his flares actually. Can't really fight over there though. Needs to get his AT gun to safety. Polecat doing some poking and prodding. He's coming out worse off. As I said, they still got a pin buff, so it's going to be pretty good against the Sherman in a head-to-head. There's a 180 far pin, so it's very high chance. Okay, he's withdrawn one of his Crusaders. He's gone for a grant though. He's going to unlock bishops now. He's up. He's withdrawing the second Crusader. He's got rid of both of them. But probably going to get a bishop, not the crocodile. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Army size, as you can see, Axis with a small lead. Got a slightly better setup with a mid bunker back here as well. And now they're heading out to the side. There hasn't been much action on this side of the map for the last like 12 minutes maybe, just about nothing. But this is a good idea, sending a Jaeger has a fast capture rate. Go over and do some exploring. Pretty low chance of they're getting wiped on retreat as well. It's got so much help. Maybe if two Crusaders and the Sherman all chase this, it might go down, but that amount of health is pretty safe. Going down the Stug as well. T-guns coming up. Smoke operation from Kamakura. Like tracks the enemy, drops smoke on them in a certain area. Making a bit of a push behind this. Maybe that's the end of the area there.
Victory point under enemy control.
Oh, and there is the croc. He went for it. What a lad. Looks like maybe Sherman hit a mine down here, slowed down. Ooh, big hits. So there's a bit of anti-synergy because the crocodile, you have to like manually face it. It doesn't auto-reface to get the flamethrower firing. Oh boy, Grant's in trouble and dead.
The enemy has lowered our victory points to 250.
Oh, and there is the Jericho trumpet. Chasing down the croc here. The smoke, though, saving the day. Just like a regular Churchill's got that smoke, can help it escape. Werbil's coming across here. Crit's about to be removed. There it goes. Engineers did their job. So yeah, it can't attack ground. So if everything's smoked, the crocodile's not that effective. So I don't know how good of a combo it is with smoke operation. Probably not so good. It's a little bit weird if you're used to the COH3 croc. How they've done it in this game.
Enemy count at 200 points.
Sherman coming back down the side. He ran over the mine already. He knows the path is clear. Some nice little hits in. Seems like the Axis, though, getting some nice arty out the back. Not losing anything, most importantly. And really dominating the middle of the map.
Is entering the field.
Maybe the Crocodile slightly missed its moment. Might be a critical mass of Axis tanks on the field now. He seems to be having a lot of trouble getting it facing the right direction, I'll say that much. Sherman overextending into a snare. Those high damage snares still exist. They didn't get nerfed on incendiary munitions. Good use of the smoke. And there's the Black Dragon, was it? Artillery barrage. Forces Kronosaur0s back. But the Sherman goes down. The Shreks come in from the side on it. It's just too low in health. You can see the healing from this ability. Heals 90 health over 45 seconds. That might allow you as a British player to delay your healing a bit in the early game. He takes a side hit. Those Shreks of Vet 3, they a bit of a tough go. The Croc has 440 frontal armor, I think it is, so if the front is showing, should be able to bounce a lot of shots from these units, but yeah, it's got quite a narrow front really. So quite easy for shots to hit the side instead. .440, I think it's maybe, I don't know, I might be wrong. It's a lot. More than the regular Churchill, less than Black Prince.
Rollout of engine improvements is underway. Vehicles will be able to secure territory shortly.
Nice grenade. Still no bars for Phan, by the way. He's got a lot of resources he must be saving for the Pershing. Now, my understanding of the Pershing is kind of like a medium crusher, nice mobility. I think it's still got 1200 health like other heavy tanks.
Engine improvements
But way less armor than most of the other heavies. Especially the ones introduced in this patch. Maybe not less than like a Matilda or something. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, it should do pretty well against Kronosaur0s' composition, as long as he stays out of snaring range. Might have a bit more trouble against the Shreks. Not too familiar with how good its AoE is yet. Shreks coming down the side here. Looks like Phan takes the 6-pounder. Pulling down over there, Calosius. Okay, Croc switching over. Got the AT gun right there. Got a flare-ups. Yeah, the lack of arty catching up with the allies for sure here. And the Croc's flamethrower doesn't leave behind pools of flame like it did in COH3. So you kind of have to be in range the entire time. You can't come forwards, do a burst, then back out. So it does make it less effective in some regards than it was in COH3. Not leaving that pool of flames behind. I think the flamethrower on it is pretty similar to the one on the Flame Panzer III, but like 30-ish% more damage. I think it's pretty much the same flamethrower.
Armory upgrade underway.
So it's good, but not like busted, you know. Passing some kind of debuff. I think it's from this. Like, there's a range of things the debuff can do. Like slow vehicles, maybe do some other stuff. Checking up a beacon now. Cheeky little spot for it there.
Initializing advanced field repair technique.
Where is this Pershing from Phan? Where is it? thought he was like right there for it, but he's not gone for it. Another 5 or so minutes have passed. Guys are making the move down here, but they're getting owned by this beacon right now. Okay, there's a bishop. Landing some shots here. They're making a nice little push. The bulldozer's pulling back. Kronosaur0s backing up here. He's not giving up too much ground. Oh, we got the blind in from Kronosaur0s. We got the Jericho trumpet. It's really making it extremely painful for the allies to try push here. I think they should just give up, wait for these two abilities to wear off. Look at how many debuffs they have. Ships coming in behind this. Crocodile trying to keep them at bay. And the full rotation coming in now for Calosius. I think he's not opting for the King Tiger. He's just... Oh, he doesn't have population for it actually. I think it's about 24 pop. So we'd have to lose something, which...
Enemy forces down to 75 points.
Might not want to do voluntarily and doesn't really need to do because they are winning on the VPs. Allies getting a little bit further behind. I think it was a good start to the fight for the Allies, but once the double abilities came down and the beacons were going, it's just not a good situation. It was a great start with the artillery. Kronosaur0s bending but not breaking, and they just can't wipe these Vet 3 Peregrines. They are torching the allies right now. So there's the Pershing, decrews and kills off the machine gun. Hellcat Pershing combo up here. Look at how much damage. I think it does 240 damage on the Pershing as well. So it's just an absolute medium tank destroyer. Look at that damage. He's backing away though. He doesn't know there could be camouflage tricks coming up. So it's an understandable position. We could see that maybe he was going to be able to push forwards and kill that, but I can definitely understand not wanting to take that risk. But the allies are getting dangerously low on VPs. They need to get something going here. And Pershing's getting some really nice hits. He did unlock that last though, right? I don't think he tried to rush it really.
Enemy forces at 25 points.
Pershing's waiting for the Strug to back up here. Decap is off, 24 points remaining. Well, he just donates the Strug because I think he wants the Tiger, Calosius. It does, once the Tiger arrives, drop your fuel income. But that's not really a problem. For Calosius at this stage, he's got a huge amount in reserve. We're coming down. Okay, we got another Grant up here. Did he get rid of his crocodile? I think he traded out his croc, did he? I don't think we saw it die. He might have just traded it out. Didn't like it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it died. Well, P3's ripping around the corner. There goes the Hellcat. So those bishop shots not hitting too much. There are a lot of targets in the area. This mid bunker back here as well. The Axis just got such a nice stronghold. Maybe the Allies could consider like doing a bigger rotation coming in from this side, but it's probably a little bit too late for that now. You know, they had quite a lot of success when they like caused the Axis to rotate further away from the middle. Tried to set up 2-on-1s. They're just going head on into the Axis when they've got like a bunch of Stugs and stuff set up in held down mode. Camouflaged AT guns and beacons and whatever all up here. Doesn't seem like a recipe for success. And there's the big boy, the King Tiger. Extremely slow. in from a cheeky angle. So the Black Dragon coming down again. That's forcing the King Tiger back. Oh, King Tiger getting low. Take, I think it's 33% more damage on rear armor hits, and that applies to artillery. If the artillery lands on your rear armor, the tank will take more damage from it. That's what we might have seen a bit of there. No, I'm not sure because I don't know how much damage the Black Dragon does, Natty. It might have been boosted up by that rear armor status. We need to get in the capture circle, man. 24 points. You can't be mucking around up here. Well, there goes the bulldozer. Maybe some smoke could go a long way. Oh, nearly, but not dead. Oh, tragedy. Speaking of smoke, Kamakura dropping smoke operation. 19 points left. And here come the Canadians. I don't think they've got any like capture rate bonuses or anything like that. What? Oh! The V1! I didn't hear it. But Kamakura did a little bit too late. Will wipe any squad that's in the circle. Huge damage on the V1. You can't see the circle as the enemy though. That's the kicker. You just have to rely on sound. You have to hear it out. Which may not be the easiest thing to do when you're playing Company of Heroes 3. The sound mixing is still a little bit subpar in my opinion. He's making a grand push here. 5 points remaining. Kronosaur0s got his debuff here, working through the middle though, shutting down the vision, making life hell. Bishops are getting some okay hits, but only okay, no game winners yet. Kamakura's got just about nothing remaining now. There we go. Axis going to take the W. And so, yeah, we got a good look at 3 of the 4 new battle groups. That's nice to see. I think on the Allied side, the Allied heavy tanks are maybe a little bit more on like the medium bully side of things, where they'll crush medium tanks, but maybe not do too well against enemy heavy tanks. And both the Allies end up going for their medium crushers like very late. So late that Kamakura even swapped his crocodile out, I think, for something else. But, you know, I think if they managed to get them out earlier before the Axis just had like 3 or 4 mediums and everything held down, vetted up, pointing in this direction, they could have been more successful. Tiger didn't really get a chance to show us what it could do. But yeah, that double combo of the Jericho trumpet and the vision debuff, that was a nasty combo. Whenever the Allies tried to get something going, dropping that down, and I think neither of those abilities is that expensive. Maybe like, oh, I can't remember. I'm not going to guess. Maybe like 80 munitions each. That combo, good shutdown without even having to do damage. But yeah, maybe a lack of indirect fire from the Allies hurting them. Phan, you know, it's a new battle group. Seemed a bit lost in what he was doing, but that's all good. It's day 1. It's, you know, time for experimenting, time for mucking around. G to the G. Well, anyway, guys, yeah, keep an eye out. I should have a Terra battle group explanation out tomorrow. Until then, goodbye and good luck.